Okay, you've reached the final video. Congratulations. Now we're going to talk about a concept. It's very simple, and it's happening in your life every minute of every day. The concept is called exponential growth, to be exact. And I'm going to go through exponential and how it relates to 4 very specific things, but it's happening in anything that can be digitized, anything that can be represented in ones and zeros, okay? But specifically for your business, from a marketing standpoint, from a targeting standpoint, these 4 things are going to change marketing. They are every day, okay? Every single day. Sensors, and I'm going to define what that is here in a second, networks, infinite computing, and machine learning, okay? A sensor is a device that detects information like temperature, vibration, radiation, or behavior, URL level navigation, keyword search, campaign response behavior, social media behavior, mobile behavior, right? Buying behavior, content consumption, transaction behavior, right? We do behavioral targeting. How do we get all that behavior in? We bring in 20 billion pieces of behavior every single day. But because we do it in a people-based way, meaning we know who they are, right? We have their identity, we've resolved their identity, then that behavior that we collect enables us to find the patterns of previous buyers. Now that's a video for another time. But I want you to tell you that sensors, when they're connected to a network, that network allows you to transmit that data, right? Now think about that information that sensors collect. Right now today, we're in a 15 billion sensor economy. Gartner, one of the largest consulting companies in the world, predicts, and they're not the only one, that within the next 3 years, by 2020, we will be a 1 trillion sensor economy. As far as networks are concerned, the biggest companies in the world are building networks. Google, Facebook, companies like Qualcomm, the guys from XPRIZE, all right? That means you're going to be able to collect information anywhere, okay? And pass it along the line of a network and be able to plug that into infinite computing, okay? Computational power that is both abundant and powerful. And it's available through companies like Amazon and companies like IBM, and companies like ours can have infinite computing, which we do through those contracts. And what that means is when you have abundant and powerful, it becomes near free, right? The cost goes down, all right? And then when you add in the machine learning, which we're going to cover here in a second, all machine learning is a system that can learn from the data, learn from the information, okay? The data teaches the computer. That's all it is. The information teaches the machine learning, teaches the machine, right? You feed that data, that information, into an algorithm, right? A math formula. For us, right, that's a training sample. Right? In machine learning language, it's a training sample. And our training sample is the behavior, the chronological behavior that led up to that purchase. So all of that research that they're doing, visiting your webpage, all of that behavior that happens leading up to, we take that individual sale, that individual conversion, and we feed it into the algorithm, the AI, the artificial intelligence. So we operate in 15 billion sensors. All that data comes to us via networks in real time. It's processed by infinite computing power, okay? That's damn near free. And we feed that into machine learning. We feed that chronological behavior that led up to that purchase. Now imagine if you only did it for one prospect. You wouldn't learn very much. But if you had the ability to do it for thousands, what the machine learning algorithm does is it allows us to predict who's in market by analyzing all of the data, the buying behavior, the 25 billion pieces of behavior we bring in every day, the navigation behavior, the keyword search behavior, comes to us in real time, and we feed it in there, and we look for the pattern. So if one person buys, that's not really a pattern. But if you can overlay 50, 100, 200 chronological paths to purchase, the algorithm, the machine learning, finds the pattern. Now, here's where the real magic is happening in the world, not just us, okay? Most people think in terms of linear, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If I tell you to take 30 linear steps, you're going to be at 30, right? So when I was in high school, I had a Sony Walkman. You could not look at a Sony Walkman and envision an MP3 player, right? You couldn't do it. I had linear thinking, right? So I didn't see the dramatic change, right? In those days, products changed, but the new product retained 90 and 95% of the previous product. Not in today's world. In today's world, technology has gone exponential, okay? Anything that can be represented in a 1 and a 0 jumps on the exponential growth curve of 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and it just keeps going. So if I asked you to take 30 exponential steps, you'd be over 1 billion, okay? So anything that becomes digitized enters the same exponential growth we see in computing, right? So anything that can be represented in ones and zeros, from music to biotechnology to behavior, okay, is exponential. And for us, that's everything. And every day, more and more sensors are coming online, and bigger and better networks are being produced, okay? So when you hear the term the Internet of Things, all we're talking about is the growth of sensors and networks, okay? The future of sensors and networks. That's all we're talking about when we say IoT, the Internet of Things, the Internet of Everything. That's all we mean, all right? A sensor is that device that detects information, and it's connected to a network, and it transmits that information, right? A single piece of data, a single piece of information, when added to other pieces of information, create insight. In our business, the information we get is maybe a URL level visit and a keyword search. When we connect those two pieces, we have a greater insight than we do if we look at just one. What if we look at hundreds? So every day we bring in 25 billion pieces of behavior, okay? They're connected to an identifier for that prospect, and we're able to look at all that behavior and match it up against the buying behavior of previous purchases, what we call our conversion profile, okay? And we bring in this 25 billion in real time every day. So the number one question we get is, Tom, how do you get all that? We buy it, all right? We buy raw data events. We buy it, all right? It's for sale. That's why people are building so many sensors, because the economic value of doing so, connected to a network, and now you've got a world of businesses who want to buy it. So through our company, you're going to be able to know when your prospects are actively pursuing a purchase of the outcome you sell. The Internet of Things, if you're not doing this with us, you need to be doing this. You need to be using sensors and networks. Now, here's the deal. You're never in a million years going to be able to do what we're doing, okay? You couldn't build this technology if I spotted you $5 million. No disrespect to you, but you couldn't do it. It's complicated. This is what we do every single day. So when you get on the phone with us, we're already doing this. We're doing this for Fortune 500 companies down to the one-man business. And in every aspect of that relationship, it's based upon time-tested. All this technology is super sexy and super cool, but it's based on principles. Build a relationship before you sell. Develop trust, because it's at the heart of every relationship. We do it better simply because we can do the principles that are proven to convert better using this technology. I'm not here to tell you the technology is why we're better. Okay? We're better because of the way we use this technology to carry out time-tested, proven principles that convert. Okay? It's cool to talk about this, but outside of the basic principles of conversion, helping solve people's problems, communication, that's what this is all about. Communicating first, having conversations, educating, developing a relationship, building trust. All of those things can be done using sensors and networks. And when you get on the phone with us, if we haven't already explained it to you in the last 3 videos, we're more than happy to walk you through it. Okay? But what it allows us to do is this. When you look at your marketplace, okay, take a good look at this marketplace. And I'm going to ask you a question here in a second. I want you to tell me, really take a good look at it, okay? Imagine having to answer this question. How many were red? You see, if I asked you that question, you could guess because there weren't a lot of people on that page. But what if there were 50,000 people? Okay? What if there were 500,000 people? What if there were 5 million? You couldn't guess. And you don't want to guess. Okay? You don't want to guess. So here's the answer to the question. You don't know, right? That's the answer. Tom, I don't know. Okay? But now that you know the question, if I showed it to you again, you'd be very easily able to go from not knowing to knowing exactly. Now, why was that? Because when you know what you're looking for, you can count them. You can figure it out. And there wouldn't matter if there were 5 million people. There wouldn't matter if there were 50 million people. That's what all this technology allows us to do. The color red represents the prospects that are actively pursuing a purchase of what you sell. They're actively pursuing the outcome that you deliver, right? Their motivation is what you sell. And what this technology allows us to do is to first identify the red shirt. It identifies the buying behavior. And when you're collecting 25 billion pieces of behavior and you know the people by name, all you have to do is feed it into a computer with machine learning, which is what we do, and we would be able to build a profile. We would know that when we look at this page, we're not looking for blue, we're not looking for green, we're not looking for gold, we're looking for red. And it wouldn't matter. And what we do is we take those prospects, right, those high probability prospects, and we only target the needles, not the haystack. And at every level, whether we provide in-market leads, in-funnel leads, whether you bring those to Google and Facebook and ask for lookalike matches, which is something we'll go over when you talk to us, we're going to go through all this. This is not the last conversation for you and I. Okay? You're going to have an ability through your company to find every prospect that is looking for the product and service that you sell. There are 7 ways to grow a business. Okay? The first one is to get a new customer. This is going to help you do that. It's going to help you do that at the lowest possible acquisition price available today, because you're not advertising to the haystack. You're only advertising to the needle. And when they get to your website, our technology is going to tell you who's on your website so that you can make that special offer to get them that last little bit to buying from you. Okay? Second way is to increase the transaction value. You go through McDonald's, they ask, would you like fries with that? Would you like to supersize that? There are 6 things that you can do, and when we get on the phone, we're going to provide those methodologies for you in case you're not doing it. And those are things that you could offer today. Not anything, you just have to know what they are and you'd be able to apply it to your business. The third way is to increase the frequency of repurchase. The single person to sell to is an existing customer. The best way to sell somebody a $5,000 product is to sell them a $500 product first, because the trust is there. They bought from you. When we get on the phone, we're going to give you an additional 6 ways that you can increase the transaction value. So at the bare minimum of getting on the phone with us, we're going to show you how to do this on your existing sales today. You're going to be able to grow profit just off those 2 things, whether you hire us or not. Just get on the phone with us and we'll show you. And the last thing, right now, if you were on the phone with me, I'd ask you this question because it's a three-part question. Number one, you're say at $10 million and you want to get to 12 or 15. I'm going to ask you the first part to the question. Can you get there on your existing product? Or do you need to grow your product line? Now, you might turn around and say, Tom, that's a great question because I could probably get to 12, but I can't get to 15, which means I'm going to have to create products, an additional product. Well, guess what? If I can do this for your existing product, I'm going to be able to do this for any product that you develop in the future because we're tracking people across 5 billion URLs. So long as the two questions are true, do the sales start online, meaning is there research? And number two, do they visit your website before they purchase? If so, I can help you. Secondly, maybe you're like a car company that finances, automobiles. And now you want to push finance into boats, right? You want to go into a new market. So I can help you if you acquire new products and services. But what if you want to take this into new markets? Again, we can help you. The sixth way is you can acquire new companies. Again, there's products and services in there, whether they're existing or you're going to develop new ones. If those products sales start online, we're going to be able to help you. We bring in 25 billion. That's based off a 15 billion sensor economy on our way to 1 trillion. We're going to be able to help you. Okay? Everything we do is custom. Now, here's the last way. You have to get more residual value out of each of your resources. Okay? And there's dozens upon dozens of resources that your company has that you're not monetizing. But let's just focus on one for a second. You pay people to come to your website. You pay prospects to come to your website. You pay, and you have a window of opportunity to close them if you're only using current retargeting technology. Maybe it's 4 weeks, maybe it's 6 weeks, maybe it's 10 weeks. But you have limited opportunity. If you use our technology, not only will we make it permanent, but we're going to take that prospect and we're going to go into our behavior database that we're collecting 25 billion pieces of behavior on per day, and we're going to build out that prospect's chronological path to purchase. And we're going to do it for every conversion you have. And we're going to build an algorithm specifically for every product and service you offer through your conversion funnel and your offer and your value proposition, using all the technology that I've already told you about, and it's only going to grow. Sensors are only going to grow, right? What exponential means is that they're doubling. So think of sensors and networks and infinite computing and AI as an exponential technology. Each and every one of them is a tool. If each one of them are growing exponentially, meaning they're getting faster, when you combine them, okay, there's a concept called the law of acceleration. Basically, we're using faster tools to build faster tools. All right? The current computer that you're on right now only came into existence because of the previous generation. Right? The tools we're building today are going to build other tools going forward. This is only going to speed up, not going to slow down. And this is a disruptor. I know that's a real jargon word, but I hold off saying it. It's disruption. Anybody in marketing will tell you, if they're worth their salt, they're going to tell you that you need to be doing people-based marketing, meaning you need to be able to recognize the customer or the prospect on all their devices at any marketing platform, online or offline, and you need to be using machine learning. The behavioral targeting is going to not only allow you to see people coming, but they're going to let you know where they're about to go. And that's what our technology does. We offer 3 ways in which we can help you. We can provide in-market targeting. These are the prospects. You've heard me say it once. probably dozens in these last 3 videos, including this one. These are prospects that are actively pursuing a purchase of what you sell. They're actively searching for the outcome. And we give it to you in a form and format that allows it to be permanent and you be in control of it. And it's portable, it's multi-channel, it's multi-touch, multi-device. You can go to Facebook, Google, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Amazon, Pinterest, LinkedIn. You could do email, direct mail, and even outbound call and mobile. Okay? And because you know who they are when they start, it's 100% sales match accountability, which you cannot do with anonymous targeting. If the sale closes offline, you have no idea which form of advertising drove that sale. When you start with a manifest by name, you have 100% sales match accountability. Now, there's more, and we'll go over that when we talk, but that's the basic fundamental of in-market targeting. And the second thing is in-funnel leads. If you think in-market is tight, in-funnel are the people that are not only actively pursuing, but they're actively pursuing it from you. Truly no better lead in the world. Now, you might say, Tom, I can do this with retargeting. No, you can't. It's not permanent. It's not portable. You don't know their name, so therefore you have no sales match accountability. I've already told you the 2 things you have to have. 2 things when someone renders a yes. You have to be top of mind, and you have to be in a relationship. If you own and control the targeting, then you own and control the amount of conversations, when they start, where they take place, and you're going to be able to do this at a lower cost than your competitor. And the last and most important is that you're going to do a Google and Facebook lookalike match, okay? A Google and Facebook lookalike match, all right? You're going to be able to upload the in-market, but better, you should upload the in-funnel, and you're going to be able to go to that platform. And they're not the only ones. That's just 2 of the big ones right now today. Amazon is allowing you to do this soon, and LinkedIn is allowing you to do this soon. And there's other ones that you're going to be able to do this with that are coming online in the very near future. But the big boys on the block, Google and Facebook. Now, I'll go backwards here for a second. Imagine you uploaded a list of people to Google or Facebook, and that's what they look like, all different kinds of behaviors. And you want them to find other people that are red. They would be lost and confused. But if you only advertised by uploading only the reds, right? Red represents buying behavior. What does Google do? They're going to look at the keywords that they searched and find other people outside of our 125 million. And by the way, 125 is on its way to 250. We're already in beta test on this. I'm not going to give you a time frame, but just to give you an idea of the type of company we are, we don't stand on our laurels. We're going to keep grinding and keep getting better because that's the only way to survive in a structural change, right? It's called dynamic value. Speed is the new big, all right? It's going to continue to evolve, and if you're not with a company that has that mentality, that mindset, and they understand exponential technology, that it doubles, right? Your cell phone's gotten faster. The speed at which it's gotten faster has gotten faster. That's exponential technology. When you multiply the multiple products, the multiple tools, sensors, networks, computing, machine learning, they're all exponential. They're all exponential technologies. The law of acceleration. We're building faster tools to build faster tools. All right? When we upload this to Google or Facebook, it's more powerful than anything you could do because we're telling them exactly who to go target with our ad dollar. And of all the things that we offer you, if you do this off of the in-funnel leads that we provide, and you go up and ask them for a lookalike of the people who are not only actively pursuing a purchase, but pursuing it from you, Google and Facebook are going to be able to provide you an incredible targeted lead. You're actually going to be able to out Facebook and out Google, Facebook and Google at their own platform. That's what our results have been to date. I appreciate your time. We're going to continue to send you more videos if you don't reach out to us because we're not going to stop educating you. Okay? This 4-video series was designed for one reason and one reason only, to educate you. Okay? And along the way, I hope you've come to find out that not only are we knowledgeable, but we care about our customers. So I'm going to leave you with a definition. Whether you buy from us or you buy from someone else, make sure that they do all the things we talked about, but most importantly, they understand the definition of the word client. The definition of the word client means under the protection of. If you become our client, we will protect you. That means, as I said in the very first video, I'm not your friend. Okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to protect you. And what that means to us is that we're going to tell you what you need to do. Not because we're hoping to get your account. We don't tell you what you want to hear. You're coming to us because of our level of experience and expertise. Okay? We're going to protect you. This is what you need to do to be successful in 2018. This is what you need to be leveraging. Not because I say so, but because this is the way it's being done, and it's only going to get more competitive. Okay? Our mission and purpose is to relentlessly develop and deliver the best in-market, in-funnel, look-alike targeting lead possible. And we do that by collecting and analyzing the largest, most diverse, real-time buying behavior. And we provide those in-market, in-funnel, and look-alike match leads in the single best form and format that will allow our clients the greatest leverage, the greatest advantage, and the greatest utilization. Meaning, it needs to convert. Okay? It needs to convert. All these tools are to help you convert. Now, we do all of this for our clients. We do all this to protect our clients for one reason and one reason only: to successfully compete for profitable sales, because today's marketplace is hyper competitive. And it's hyper competitive because it's data driven, and it's a 15 billion sensor economy on its way to 1 trillion. You need protection from that. Now, you could ignore that and say, oh, Tom, that sounds like hype. I hope that you can at least give us 15 minutes on the phone. I promise you 2 things. I will not take more than 15 minutes on the phone with you unless you want to be there. And number 2, we're going to educate you even further than we have. Okay? You have a great day, and I hope to hear from you soon. And if we don't hear from you, we're going to continue to educate you, so don't opt out. Guys, have a good day.